busy trying to dry my hair because I'm running behind again, and there is a reason why I have changed my routine. It is because of the Australian Open tennis matches, because they are so good. They keep me, it's my choice. You know, I'm not blaming the Aussies for this, but you know, the matches have been so good that I've stayed up to watch them. Or actually what I did last night was really smart. It was these one of the semi-finals, and what I did was I watched the first set, fell asleep for the next 3 or 4, and then watched the last set when I woke up. You know, and I thought, now that's clever. Anyway, so running a bit behind and trying not to beat up on myself for that. Unfortunately put on a pound, and I know why. I put on a pound because when I went shopping at Walmart, I found a bag of Mars bar bites and I had the whole bag. So I deserved every bit of that. I'm not upset. When I say I'm not upset, it's been a long time since I've had any Mars bars, so and I think every now and then, you know, it's okay. What do you think? Now, somebody asked me to show you how I cut my hair, or how I keep it under control, and let me show you. First of all, I've noticed that since I stopped coloring my hair is much curlier and it is much healthier in a lot of ways. So first thing I'm going to do is part my hair down the back. So I've got roughly the center. Okay, and you'll notice it's still wet. Then I put it into a bunch. I don't know what you call these. We call them bunches in England. So, but what I do is I hold it very close behind my ear, and then I close my hand. It's my system. Whatever pokes out gets cut. And there we go. A little sneaky bit there. Yeah, I thought it was going to win. It's not going to. So there, that's done. Take the other half, put it all into a bunch, hold it very close behind my ear. I don't know how I came up with this system, but it works. You see how much has grown? And then I just cut it off. Now the idea is to use a not too sharp pair of scissors, because you're doing this sort of back to front through a mirror 9 times out of 10, and your chances of actually cutting yourself are high. Okay, see that? Done. And now my hair is that much shorter. Now, doing this bit, we'll do that tomorrow. But first of all, that lot is a lot shorter, and you will see it's almost perfect in terms of length, just touching the shoulders. We like that. Somebody also asked me for a demonstration of how the ice maker works. So first of all, you've got a little tray in here, and beneath it you have a water reservoir. So what you do is, I've got mine, can you see that? It's just, the water level is just up to minimum there. Let me get my finger in the way, there we go, just up to minimum, because I don't want a whole lot of ice. Close the door, and I just press on. And it's going to take about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you what it does. It's about 1:30. I thought I'd show you the sun coming into the deck at 1:30. Pretty, huh? And also, I'm just trying to see what the temperature is out here. I'm going to leave it for a little while. But I am literally wearing a t-shirt at the moment and taking this. I'm not cold. Okay, so I was outside, but I heard the ice maker go, so here you go. So about every 15 minutes, it gives me that many bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 12 bullets, like that. So it's now 1:30, and it'll do it again. Very simple. It's time to watch the birdies. You might not be able to see them. And then I only saw one this morning. But I try to stand here for about a minute every day just to relax. And watch the birdies. Just breathe in and breathe out. So I just heard the ice maker again, so this is the second lot that went in. And it'll just keep doing that for as long as you want to, or until it fills up. Now, what I'm inclined to do is I put it on in the morning and let it fill up, and then I just turn it off, and it'll just drain. They slowly melt. Let me show you. You see the holes at the back there, and it just drips back in. And then actually they stay pretty well. So if I do use the ice cubes, then obviously I put it back on again. But quite honestly, I very rarely use more than 1 scoop of ice cubes a day. Can you hear it filling up? There we go. Have fun. And you probably wonder, how do I fill that up? Because it's way away from my water. I just literally take it like this. And I've probably got it upside down now, so I'll turn it around again. Anyway, I just take it to the sink like this. And put the water on cool. Fill it up. And I just do this I normally try to do it every day, which means that I've had enough hydration. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of water that goes in. Yep, that's good. And then just close it, and I lift it up and take it back where it belongs. I brought back an awful lot of junky stuff yesterday, and I'm really pretty proud of myself because I put away everything except for those cups and these couple of things. I haven't bought my battery tester yet, so I've got to hang on to those. Those need to go near the microwave. Those I've got to find out where to recycle them. That's going in the garbage. So that's for tonight. But it's the first day I didn't finish everything, but boy, I tell you, I worked through a lot of stuff yesterday. And my cupboards are beginning to look a little busy. That's looking okay up there. These are all plastic bags, and I'm going to be arranging it better once I work out exactly what I've got. I think I'm nearly there now. I got so many bags from emptying out the freezers, or the one freezer. I've got to find somewhere. I actually quite often recycle my press and seal. You know, if I just use it for something, I just rinse it off and use it again. So I've got to find a good place for that. So that's beginning to look okay. This is a work in progress. But not too bad considering. But I've got a lot more to come. Not necessarily for this cupboard. What am I doing here? Here, this is growing. This is small plastics in the top. And by the way, I'm so glad that I put these in a really easy place. And these are for the bigger plastics, because I use it every day, and that's awesome. At the bottom here, stretch down, so I've got a lot of lids. I know I've got the bottoms to them somewhere, but I just don't know where yet. So this is turned into my mason jar drawer. And I've got my electric carving knife and my meat tester in there as well. My Kleenex. Here, you've already seen, this is sort of plastic bottles and mixer type things. Oh, look at that. I've still got a completely clean drawer. And in here, as you know, I've got tins. Now I've got room for something else other than tins, or I haven't brought all my tins. I'm not quite sure which. So that's going to be, I wonder what else I should put in with there. So that's coming along. And this is a work in progress. Not 100% sure. I'm trying to work out how often I use each thing, and that will determine where it goes. I might well put in fact, let me do that right now, because I don't use my steamer as much as I use that. So if I can I do this one-handedly? There we go, that's a better plan. All right, so those are things I use fairly regularly, and then those are still things I use. And by the way, I used the toaster oven in position C last night, and it worked beautifully. Very happy with it. Well, I wondered where to put those, and I've got space, haven't I? I should just put them in here for now, because I was wondering what to put in there. Right now they can go right there. Okay, that's my water bottle. So, doing pretty well. I'm just going to tidy up things before I go to collect the next lot. Now I found this particular mug that I have. I used to work for what's called SAN, the South African Associated Newspapers, and this was their Sunday paper, and every year, actually they had three. They had the Daily Mail, the Rand Daily Mail, the Sunday Express, and also the Sunday Times, 3 different newspapers. And every year we gave our clients a mug. And this one is from, let me see if I can magnify it a bit, see if I can see it. 1973. And somewhere I have got the Man on the Moon one, but the handle is broken, unfortunately, but I've still got it. So because this is a collector item as far as I'm concerned, 73, that's a long time ago, isn't it? So I'm going to put it up high there because it deserves to be there. And to me, it deserves to be there because it's part of my past. And I want to have, my past I mean, my fur purse, that's a long time ago, but it's still something I want to remember. Means I got to take it down every year and put it in the dishwasher, but other than that, it should be fine. Just thought I'd show you more bullets. Now, I'm going to put in, I'm going to put in a bit more water. I've got a choice. I can pull this out and do it, but I found that it's also just as easy to pour the water in, because it tilts back. The water will go down the back there. And then it's going to fill right up, which is what I want to show you. And so now it's just 3:15, and there we have it. It's all full up. It's telling me that it's full. That's what that little thing means. And now I'm going to turn it off, just because I'm leaving the house. And what it'll do is it'll just start melting, and I'll show you when I get back how much it melts. Well, hi everybody, I'm running late today. It's already 3:21 and I'm only just on my way to my other house, my first house. For those of you who don't know, I'm in the process of moving. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I guess the word of today would have to be... let me think. Triggered. I have to be triggered. Yeah, I was. I wasn't proud of myself. I was triggered. But I'll get to that in a second. So basically, it's been a good morning, and I'm running late because it's all because of the Australians. You know, they keep putting on the Australian Open and the really good matches very late at night, which means I go to sleep very late. Or very early, depending on how you look at it, and then I'm trying to play catch up. Now, the good news is I'm not going to really blame the Australians, because it's my choice to watch it, and I'm pretty certain if I really hunted down everything, I could find a replay of it, but that's not what I'm doing. You see, it's my life, and I can do what I like, and that includes staying up and watching the Australian Open late at night, early in the morning. So, the triggered bit, I want to get to that because I wonder if... bumpy road section. I wonder if any of you relate to this. And if you do, I'm certain you'll understand what happened to me. I've got the actual sale of my place and the purchasing of Sunshine Cottage, as I call it, coming up in a couple of weeks. And so today I wasn't surprised to hear from the conveyance people, that are going to be doing all the documents. But, here was the thing. They told me I was having an appointment with somebody I've never heard of before. Now, I don't know about you, but I particularly contacted these people because I trusted the person who ran it. I remember her from, the last dealing I had with her, and she was really good and also very personable. Made it very stress-free. And so suddenly I hear I'm not going to be seeing her, I'm seeing somebody else. And that triggered me. And because I don't know this new person. And they don't know me, and do they care? So really interesting, because you know me, I didn't keep my mouth shut. Because I've learned now, if I'm upset, I need to say so. So I just said, I'm sorry, but I'm a bit upset because, I wanted to see so-and-so, and apparently I'm not important enough to see her anymore, which is what I said. And she said, well, it's not that. And I said, well, yeah, in a way it is. But I understand. And I didn't say, and I will eventually get over it, but that's what I was thinking. I should have verbalized that bit. Anyway, so the interesting thing was that after I made all the appointments and everything, because, it just has to happen. And I need to get over it. And so then, of course, I ended up getting a call from the person that I wasn't going to see. And she was just wonderful and polite and understanding. And I said, I'm really sorry. I said, I particularly phoned your office, because I remember how kind you were to me, and at my age that's important. And then I found out I'm not allowed to see you. And I said, you understand, I reacted. Not proud of it. I reacted because I was disappointed. And so it's interesting, because next time maybe I need to use those words. I'm very disappointed. Anyway, cut a long story short, she and I talked, but I said, I do want to talk to you, seeing as you're on the phone. I want to talk to you because I am really quite scared, because of both the sale and the purchase have to happen on the same day, which is not normal. Normal, the one happens and then the other one happens the next day. But that's not what's happening. So I am really scared. And I said, I need you to tell me not to be scared, because I know it's unusual for it all to happen on the same day. Now, the good news about this is, if I hadn't got triggered on the first part, I wouldn't have had the chance to talk to her personally and discuss my concern, because I could hear her say, Sal, don't worry about it. I'll get hold of those documents and I'll have a look at it myself and make sure that everything's in place. And, don't worry about it. That's our job to worry about it, not yours. And I think that's what I wanted to hear. So I said, on the actual day, which is the 13th, luckily Thursday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, do I have to do anything? And she said, no, because you'll be coming in earlier to sign all the documents ahead of time. So on that day, you just don't worry about it, we'll worry about it. Now, you and I both know that that's not humanly possible, but we'll do our best. Now, the other thing is, I then got a call from my respirologist, lung specialist, office, to say that I needed to go in for a whole lot of tests. Now, that triggered me again. And I said, why? Because I've been fine. So why? No, just annual checkup. Okay. And for that, I guess I must be grateful, right, that they do want to do an annual checkup on me. So the interesting thing was, they want to do it on February the 14th. That's the day after all this stress. And I said, no, that doesn't suit me. So I've had to make a new appointment. And that will not be until May. That's part of the Canadian system. All right, you don't have to wait for the next appointment of it. And I'm okay with it. This is not an emergency. And I'd much rather that people who've got emergency situations, get in ahead of me. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I can wait until May. It suits me a lot better. So that's done now. Normally, I just want to tell you, normally I would not have dealt with those things until tomorrow, but this is our week of look after me first. Was sorting out the problem with the sale, looking after me, not necessarily, but it was urgent and I needed to deal with it immediately. But definitely remaking the appointment for my lungs, yep, that was looking after me. So I did both of those things before I left the house, as well as the usual things that I do. So yep, I did it, and I'm proud of myself for that. Goal for today. I'd like to get my silhouette machine and the materials that go with it. I really think I want to start helping out that social group. So I want to unpack it from its box, because it's in a big box. I want to unpack it from its box and bring it home, and to bring the materials that go in it home as well. It may mean that I need to unpack the box. Now you're saying, why don't you just pick up the box and bring it? It's heavy and it's the wrong sort of box, you know what I mean? It's a big one. So that's fine for guys to carry, but not for me. not down a flight of stairs. You would not want me doing that. So that's part of it. I'm missing, now it's so funny, I've got like a special bowl that I normally eat my food out of. It keeps food warm and all sorts of things. I love it. I'll get a picture of it if I can get it home. 3 times I've had it on my list to bring it home, and 3 times I haven't. And the reason is it's in the wrong sort of box. It's not in one with handles. It's in a cubie without handles. And that's why I keep leaving it. So today I'm going to move it into a cubie with handles to make sure I take it with me. So that's another goal for today. Finish that corner cupboard. And finish that one shelf in the pantry that for some reason I keep missing. There must be crud in there, people. There must be crud. You know that. My mind is not stupid. It's not ducking it for a reason. I just don't know what it is yet. I'll see you later. That's my load for today. Quite a big load, a little bit more than usual. But I can do this. Well, I'm on my way back and I'm really proud of myself. It's only 4:16. I've got the car loaded up with more things than I planned. And by the way, I decided in terms of our focus for this week, which is start with something for yourself. The first thing I packed up was some of my geraniums. I'm going to bring them into the house. And so I've got a box full of geraniums with me. Yay! That makes me happy. I know exactly where I'm going to put them for now. Anyway, so I don't know if you can believe this, but here I was, up and down the stairs, more than usual, so I was more out of breath than usual, and that's understandable. And then I went to lock the door, and get on my way. Now, I've been using the same front door key for 20 years. I know what it looks like, and I know how it works. Do you think I could open the door or close it? It was absolutely amazing. It was just like, what? I wonder if any of you have had that problem. Anyway, so, and I go up and down the keys again, and I know it's a silver key, not a brass one, and 3 times, 4 times. The 5th time, it worked. And then I realized, see, because I believe these things, I realized that in the 5 times it took me, my heart rate had come down. Makes sense. It was just like somebody up there is looking after me, because they didn't want me driving with my heart rate where it was. Wow, I want to tell you, there's a really black sky going on here. Hang on a second. Don't know if you can see that. It reminds me of Independence Day, if you ever saw that movie. Mind you, isn't that a beautiful picture? Maybe I'll use that as my storm is brewing. And I've got a covered carport. Yay! So, in terms of the goals, got the grocery cupboard cleared, got the corner cupboard cleared, got the cupboard next to it cleared. So I am now 3/4 of the way around the everyday cupboards with a lot of nyaga nyaga. Nyaga nyaga, nice word, comes from the Zulu, meaning crud, or Excrement. Yeah. Work it out, people. Poop. So I've cleared all those. I haven't cleaned them because I've got a crew coming in. If I've got time, I'll clean them. But right now, my job is to empty them. So I'm feeling really good about that. I also picked up the bowl that I want. Yay. It's so funny, and I'll show you a picture of it. I don't know why I like that bowl so much, but eating off a regular plate or a small bowl just doesn't do it for me the same way as that particular bowl does, because it's got a handle on it and you can, anyway, it's nice. I like it. And I forgot there is a ice lolly. What do you call that? Popsicle in the freezer. Gotta remind me of that one tomorrow. Eat the popsicle. You deserve it. Now, my blood sugar was up this morning, people. Just a bit. Not a lot, but just a bit. Because of the Mars bars I had yesterday. I had that whole bag full of little Mars bars. It was so good. And I'm pleased to say that was yesterday. And today, it was back down to normal, so that was great. I'm behaving myself, sort of. Alright, I'm just going to relax on the way home now. Not too much, because I'm going to drive, but deep breathe. I can do this. Just out of interest, I thought I'd let you know the temperature now is 9 degrees in Canadian, which is, 48 degrees in American. And you can feel, you can see, right? I'm in a t-shirt. I brought my hoodie with me, but it's, at the moment, it's really nice weather. Nothing to complain about at all.